What I'm about to say will hurt, but that's exactly why it matters. Let me start by saying this. You don't actually want to succeed. That may sound harsh, but it's the truth. You love the idea of success. You love the fantasy of standing on a pedestal, admired by others. You love imagining the moment when you finally prove everyone wrong and show the world what you're truly capable of. But the cold, hard truth is this. You're paralyzed. Paralyzed by fear, by doubt, and by the comfort of staying where you are. Now, before you get defensive, hear me out. If you truly wanted to change, wouldn't you have done it by now? Think about it. You live in a time where every single tool you need is right at your fingertips. You have access to more knowledge, more strategies, and more inspiration than any generation before you. You can watch videos, listen to podcasts, read books, or connect with mentors. You've done this, haven't you? You've set goals, you've written plans, you've promised yourself that this time would be different. You've even had moments of inspiration where you felt unstoppable, like the future was yours for the taking. And yet, where are you now? Still stuck, still in the same place, waiting for that magical moment when it all clicks, waiting for some external force to come along and push you into action, waiting for the day when everything feels easier. But deep down, you know that day isn't coming. Let me tell you why. It's because there's a part of you, a hidden part of you, that is comfortable with failure. Not the obvious catastrophic kind of failure that's impossible to ignore. I'm talking about the subtle kind of failure, the kind that feels like almost there, the kind of failure you can justify to yourself and to others. You tell yourself, I'm trying, I'm working on it. It's just hard right now, it's not my fault. But let's get brutally honest. Let's stop pretending. You love the idea of success, but you're terrified of what it actually takes to achieve it. Because real success, authentic, life-changing success, requires something you've been avoiding. It requires you to face the truth about yourself. Real success demands sacrifice. It demands discipline. It demands accountability. And most of all, it demands courage. The courage to let go of every excuse you've ever told yourself. The courage to leave behind the habits, beliefs, and comforts that have kept you stuck for so long. And let's be real, that scares you. That's why you're caught in this loop, this endless cycle of setting goals, feeling inspired, and doing nothing. Because taking action means facing three painful truths. You've wasted time that you'll never get back. The problem has never been your circumstances. It's been you all along. The road to change is going to hurt. It's going to be uncomfortable. It's going to push you further than you've ever been pushed before. But here's the truth you need to hear, and it's a truth that could change everything if you let it. Your future self, the person you dream of becoming, is begging you to wake up. That version of you is out there, waiting for you to step into your power. But that future, you cannot exist until you're ready to let go of the baggage you've been carrying. That baggage is heavy. It's every excuse you've ever made. Every time you've said, I'll start tomorrow. Every time you've chosen comfort over growth. Every time you've avoided the hard truths about who you are and who you need to become. If you don't drop that weight now, you'll stay exactly where you are, stuck in a cycle of almost there, but not quite. And if you're okay with that, if you're okay with living a life of mediocrity, always wondering what could have been, then stop here. Close this page, turn off this speech, and go back to your comfortable routine. But if you're tired of feeling stuck, if you're ready to take ownership of your life, then listen closely. You don't need more advice. You don't need more motivation. You don't need more time. What you need is action. It doesn't matter how small the action is. Whether it's opening your notebook and finally starting that project you've been avoiding, putting on your running shoes and stepping outside, or even just making your bed, it's the action that counts. Progress, no matter how small, is still progress. And progress builds momentum. Momentum is powerful. Momentum is what carries you forward, even on the days when you don't feel like it. And here's the incredible thing. The hardest part is starting. Once you take that first step, you'll realize that the fear of starting was so much bigger than the task itself. You don't need to see the whole staircase. You just need to take the first step. Stop thinking about tomorrow. Stop worrying about next week or next year. Focus only on the next action you can take right now. The version of you that's stuck is not who you really are. That version of you is just a shell, a temporary state. Deep inside, there's a stronger, braver, more disciplined version of you waiting to break free. But that version of you can only emerge if you're willing to do the work. The road ahead won't be easy. It will test you. It will challenge you. It will demand sacrifices. Sacrifices of time, of comfort, of relationships that no longer serve you. It will demand discipline. The kind of discipline that makes you say no to distractions and yes to the grind. And it will demand relentless effort, the kind of effort that keeps you moving forward even when the results aren't immediate. But here's the beauty of it all. Every moment of discomfort, every ounce of effort, every small victory will be worth it. Because with each step forward, you'll come closer to becoming the person you've always known you could be. And when you finally break through, when you finally achieve what you've been working toward, you'll look back on this moment and realize that this was it. This was the moment everything changed. The moment you decided to stop making excuses and start making progress. This is your moment. This is your chance to rewrite your story. Don't let fear, doubt, or laziness rob you of the life you deserve. You've been waiting for a sign. Well, this is it. This is your wake-up call. Take that first step, no matter how small. Open that book. Lace up those shoes. Write that first word. The life you want is within your reach, but only if you're willing to fight for it. Your future self is counting on you. They're waiting for you to show up. They're waiting for you to prove that the pain, the struggle, and the sacrifice were worth it. So don't just survive, thrive. Don't just dream, achieve. Don't just exist, become. This is your time. This is your moment. This is your life. Take it and make it extraordinary.